The dinner's been great, the conversation's been great, but now it's time to get down to what you're really here for. So, good evening to all your Americans, and buonasera to all you Italians, and you know who you are in the audience. Buonasera. Hey, it's great to be here, and we want to again welcome you to the 14th Annual American Blooms Award. I know some of you were not able to be here before, and you're only here tonight. You missed some of the events we've had. So here's just a quick recap of the 10 surprise special awards that were presented already. The Bartlett Tree Experts Award for the most beautiful canopy of trees went to Saratoga, California. The most innovative environmental initiative involving water conservation, sponsored by Ewing Irrigation, Hammond, Louisiana. The Ewing Irrigation Award is the most innovative environmental initiative involving water, and that went to Hammond, Indiana.
Hammond, Louisiana.
Huh?
Ron, we're on page 1 of the script. Come on,
Wait a minute.
man.
Where am I? Where am I?
I'll take over. The most dynamic transformation of a downtown streetscape went to Ottawa, Illinois.
You know what? Lori, you're not going to believe this. I had to do this because I sat with the most incredible people from Ottawa, Illinois tonight. So that was my give back. Now, where are we?
Public art.
The Public Parks that celebrates the heritage of the community, Oro Grande, California. The award for public art that celebrates the heritage of the community. I told you we get some laughs tonight.
You know
The most attractive naturalistic landscape, Combined Locks, Wisconsin. The award for the most effective, not wayfinding, directional signs. Is Bruce here? Bruce Riggs? Straight signs, right? Straight signs went to Lexington, Kentucky. Bob's Market and Greenhouse Reward for the best container displays went to Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. The award for best program for engaging youth went to Castle Rock, Washington. The award for most attractive Welcome to Our City award went to Belpre, Ohio. And the award for Best Residential Streetscape went to Rockford, Illinois. Congratulations to you all. That's great.
So on Thursday, we recognized the nominees for the John R. Holmes III Community Champion Award. Tonight, we're going to announce that winner. This award was named in honor of AIB board member and our dear friend who died in 2009 unexpectedly at the age of 45, and John was my boss. So, this is the 6th time that we have awarded the community champion. He'd had better days than that. This is in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, where we all dressed up in Victorian garb. That was so much fun. Wasn't it, Georgette? Where's Georgette? That was so much fun. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, this is the 6th time we've presented the Community Champion Award. Past recipients include Rick Webb of Logan, Ohio, Bob Lund of Arroyo Grande, California, Vivian Lund of Warrenville, Illinois, Marilyn Hefner of Fayetteville, Arkansas, Beverly Dunkel of Gallipolis, Ohio, and Nancy Chenault of Castle Rock, Washington. Well, this summer we issued a call for nominations to all communities that have been involved in the American Bloom program. And we asked them to nominate people who exemplify the AIB mission. When nominations closed, we had the most ever. We had 23 nominations. These are all well-qualified individuals. Each of them is deserving of this award, and it was nearly impossible to pick a winner. Can you imagine picking a winner? But we did. So before we announce the winner, we're going to quickly introduce each nominee again. And since they already came on stage Thursday, please just stand at your seat as your name is read, and then you may sit down. Please hold your applause until the end. You're welcome. So once all the nominees have been recognized, the winner will be announced. All right, we're going to go quick. Mark Aronian of Holliston, Diane Berry of Echo, Oregon, Sally Bachledge. Hold your applause till the end, folks. All right. Sally Bachledge of Washington, Missouri, Kim Kennedy of Gallipolis, Ohio, Henry Cespedes of Calabasas, California, Carol Elliott of Hendersonville, North Carolina, Warren Goldie of Lewis, Delaware, Walter Heath, Morro Bay, California, Mary Hertel, Arroyo Grande, Buddy Hooks of Tarboro, North Carolina, Jill Hunter of Saratoga, California, Tim Cant of Fairhope, Alabama, Carrie Kelly of Estes Park, Colorado, Emily Larson of Warrenville, Illinois, Tim Mullery, Combined Locks, Wisconsin, Stephen Patagus of Winter Park, Florida, Bridget Pooley, Edmonston, Maryland, Shelley Pulver of the Catskills in beautiful New York, Paul Seligson of Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, Mary Jo Slater, Belpre, Ohio, Bob Vetter of Venice, Florida, Isabel Yates, lovely Isabel from Lexington, Kentucky. Remember the 90-year-old, like the heart of Lexington, Isabel? And my buddy Steve Sweep of Holland. All right, remember, 23 nominees, and this is a very difficult award to a very difficult decision. The winner of the 2015 John R. Holmes III Community Champion Award is Mary Hertel of Arroyo Grande, California.
Congratulations.
Can you put that on? Can you put that on? Congratulations, Mary. Thank you. You're welcome. Can I say something? Yep. You can go to my left hand.
Well,
This is the best award to give out.
I'm not sure about that. Thank you. I'm in such good company, everyone here, and this is quite the honor. And I also want to give a little shout out to my group, the Aurora Grande and Bloom group, and yeah, it's all fun. There's not a bit of it that's bad. So this is a wonderful thing. Thank you. This way.
6 years ago, we introduced the YouTube Video Award, designed to allow towns and cities to showcase how AIB is positively impacting their community. We had 7 videos submitted this year for award consideration. The videos were evaluated by a panel of AIB board members who judged the videos based on their effectiveness summarizing the benefits of AIB, how the video promoted their own community, video quality, among other criteria. They were all really, really good. As you heard this morning in the presentation, it was a tough way this year to judge these videos. So there was a lot of subtleties, I'm sure, involved. The submissions this year are in alphabetical order: Castle Rock, Washington; Gallipolis, Ohio; Holland, Michigan; Holliston, Massachusetts; Santa Paula, California; Saratoga, California; and St. Charles, Illinois. The award is sponsored again this year by Neil Mast and Sons Greenhouses. Please help me welcome Ann Pennington of Neil Mast, who will present the award. Ann?
Here? Excellent. Made it up here without falling down. Thank you. Plants connect people. Everybody here knows that. Everybody that's involved in American Bloom knows that. When you plant something, flowers, shrubs, and trees from the ground, you connect yourself to your planet, surely. But you're building something, a connection to your home. You build that connection to your community. But you are also connected to every single person in this room, that larger body of people all over the place that like to get their hands dirty. That's a connection. America in Bloom connects plants and people. Neil Mast & Son Greenhouses has been connecting people to plants for more than 40 years. It's our business, yes, but it is our passion. And that passion is also in America in Bloom. America in Bloom enhances communities, it promotes sustainability, it builds relationships between neighbors that have that shared vision for your community, and it educates. I was so amazed to see Thursday night all of the highlights that had children involved in the AIB program and participating. That education, because they're the future of AIB. And not only are you teaching them conservation and stewardship and responsibility and accountability, but you are passing on the magic, because there is something magical about planting and growing. So for everybody in the AIB program, thank you for your hard work. It's an awesome adventure. For every single community here and involved this year, you should be so very, very proud of what you've accomplished. It's a legacy that your communities will enjoy for years to come. So we are proud and privileged to be able to sponsor this award and be part of your evening. Thank you. And the winner for the YouTube video is winner of the Neil Mast & Son Greenhouse YouTube Video Award, Castle Rock, Washington.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
Come on, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. Can I say something? Absolutely.
Della, are you watching?
I'll take this one.
You all right? Hey,
Can you
it's
tell
big
I'm
money.
excited? Della Franklin is a Bloom Team volunteer. This is a volunteer effort. She knows video, but she also loves Castle Rock. She's a Castle Rock native. And her mom's a volunteer. She was a volunteer. She started filming footage of us in January. And her attention to detail and her love of Castle Rock shows through. First time I saw it, I cried. I didn't just cry, I sobbed. I had to watch it 4 times until I could actually watch it and see everything that she was able to include in that video that told our story. And that's what was so emotional for me, was that she really showcased what we're trying to do in Castle Rock, and it was totally inspiring. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad you get to see it. Della, thank you so much. You worked so hard, and I know you're watching, as was the whole town of Castle Rock. So go Castle Rock.
Oh. Good luck getting that on the plane, Nancy. All right,
Good to
well,
go.
they're
Well,
taking
now that
pictures.
we've heard from the winning city, let's have a look at the winning video.
Well, you know, Castle Rock was basically a logging town in its day. With the lumber industry declining over the years, it's tough for business to survive in a small community.
If you're going to have a town that's going to be economically viable, you need to have a marketing plan that attracts the customer to come into your town. And I look at the American Bloom program as that marketing plan. flowers make people happy, and you know that you want things to look good to get that sense of pride and accomplishment in what you do. Those positive notes going in made it worth a try.
I remember the first year American in Blooms, I was having dinner with the judges, and he said, you know, he says, you're not going to see much results in the first year, maybe 2 years. Might take 3 years, but he said, you're going to see some things happen. Well, I don't think it took 2 years when we saw the economic benefits. We've had businesses say that they've came and located in Castle Rock because it's so beautiful to be there.
We work at Rice Canoe Credit Union. We come out and we do this every single year.
We want to make our town look beautiful. People driving through Castle Rock and saying, wow, what a gorgeous town.
I've known Nancy when she had the nursery, and you can't ask for a harder working person. And with that hard working, she brings a great following of people. And with her American Bloom team, it's unbelievable the work they do. And what's great about it is a lot of them don't even live in the city of Castle Rock.
We get people that say, I've lived here for 20 years and I've never seen it looking so good. Van loads of tourists will pile out and take pictures. All of those things just make the town have a very positive vibe. And when that happens, then they are tending to want to come in and shop and spend money. And then the people that live here permanently have a lot of pride in the response that the flowers get.
By working together and making our town beautiful, it feels like we're a family. We draw closer together.
My kids have helped plant bulbs and flowers and things, and so when we're going around town, they're looking for the areas that they've planted, and I just think it just instills a sense of pride and ownership in where you live.
It makes me feel like we've done something worthwhile.
I don't want it to grow to be a big city, but instead of being a sleepy little retirement town, to be a little more pleasant place to come. And I think with our trail systems and parks and the work we've did over the last 5 or 6 years, I think we made it a kind of a destination point.
That's our YouTube video winner.
Well, now it's time to get on to the Outstanding Achievement Awards. As difficult it is, because that video is outstanding. And you wish that could be broadcast on national television, don't you? That was outstanding.
Well, Ron, that reminds me, we are streaming live on the internet, thanks to Holland TV. So go to the American Bloom website. So everybody text home, tell everybody to tune in, because we're doing this stuff live, but it is also being archived on YouTube videos, so you can tune in tomorrow. So.
Fantastic. Well, there are 2 ways that cities could be nominated for these Outstanding Achievement Awards. Either your judges nominated you for the awards, or you could nominate yourself. This is the 3rd year we've allowed cities to nominate themselves for these prestigious awards. These Outstanding Achievement Awards only go to one community among all AIB entrants across all population categories. So many communities deserve recognition for their efforts. You know, that's a few words, but that is an understatement. Everyone deserves recognition for this, but we only announce 3 nominees in each category. When the winner is announced, everyone in the attendance from that community obviously is welcome to be on stage, but in the interest of time, we ask that only one of you speak. Hey, that's not my rule.
I wrote the script. It is my turn. I wrote the script.
She wrote the script, and it's her.
All right, the first award is the Environmental Efforts Award.
Throwing you off a little bit, isn't it, Laura?
I'm never sure with you, but it's sponsored by our great friends at Greeley and Hansen. Here to present the award for Greeley and Hansen is Nancy Stankus. And while Nancy comes forward, I'll announce the nominees for the Environmental Efforts Award. And they are, in alphabetical order, Edmonston, Maryland, Holland, Michigan, and Warrenville, Illinois. So, Nancy, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am so pleased to be here tonight on behalf of Greeley and Hansen to announce the winner of the Environmental Efforts Award. Greeley and Hansen is a civil and environmental engineering company, and we are focused on water, wastewater, and other related urban infrastructure projects. We have, for over 100 years, we have been collaborating with municipalities to develop sustainable water resources programs that create better urban environments. And though I think we might be a little bit more of a different company, or the kind of sponsors that you most typically see with America in Bloom, but as an engineering firm that is absolutely focused on environmental sustainability, we believe that our mission and the mission of America in Bloom are very strongly aligned. So I am very proud to be here today to announce this winner, and also for Greeley and Hansen to support the great work that America in Bloom does. So with that, the winner of the Greeley and Hansen Outstanding Achievement Award for Environmental Efforts goes to Edmonston, Maryland.
Edmonston comes up, I'll tell you that green is not just their town color. In Edmonston, it's a way of life. Edmonston Green Street project drew significant national attention for pioneering the combination of low-impact development and complete street principles. The street features LED streetlights, a green power purchase agreement, traffic calming bump-out rain gardens, and permeable pavement bike lanes that together capture nearly 100% of stormwater runoff. The project has received various awards and recognition, including an Innovation of Infrastructure Award by the White House's Champion for Change program, and sparked the adoption of policies requiring complete green streets in municipalities nationwide. Congratulations.
Wow, this is unbelievable. We really believe in green in Edmonston, Maryland, and we have our former mayor, Adam Ortiz, here. He was the major person behind our first project, which was the Green Street, and we have the most amazing Millennium volunteers, and this is just one of many in Edmonston that come every month and work on ideas to make Edmonston a greener community. So thank you, Bridget.
All right, the next award is the Landscaped Areas Outstanding.
Hey, Laura, you know those were my lines, don't you?
Well, you weren't taking them, so I'm going on.
Well, that's good. But you're my speech therapist.
The bar's only open till so much time, you know. All right, the next award is the Landscaped Areas Outstanding Achievement Award. We've been doing this for 14 years, all right? Sponsored by Proven Winners. Gosh, we love Proven Winners. Here to present the award on behalf of Proven Winners is Krista Steenwick. Krista works for Walters. She worked so hard on these decorations. She and Shelley, wow. Anyway, so, well, Chris, all right. So let's announce the nominees for the Landscaped Areas Award, and they are Estes Park, Colorado, Fairhope, Alabama, and St. Charles, Illinois.
Hi, this is my first American Bloom event, and this was so much fun. It was great getting to know all of you, chatting about plants, gardening, and of course perennials. Working with Shelley DeVries behind the scenes, putting together all these decorations. Also, I saw how much work it goes to pull off an event like this, so I really appreciate everyone on the AIB team. Also, all the cities that participate in this event, creating awareness and inspiring the next generation of gardeners. And on behalf of Proven Winners, I'm proud to announce the winner of the Landscape Achievement Award. And the winner is Estes Park, Colorado.
The parks that surround the downtown business district are the hub for art shows, music festivals, and much more. The Town of Estes Parks Division maintains the beauty of these parks and many landscaped areas. These areas include around 10,500 square feet of turf. For those of you with their interest in figures, that's about 1/4 of an acre. Perennial beds, trees, bronze sculptures, ponds, fountains, play areas for families. The town's Board of Trustees stresses the importance of beautifully landscaped parks, trails, recreation areas for our guests and locals alike by providing much of the financial support. With a full-time staff of 6 people, the town is able to consistently update and add landscaped areas to their parks program. Congratulations.
The town of Estes Park is very pleased to participate in American in Bloom, and it's because of this young woman standing here before you. She convinced all of us to go for it. Took her 2 or 3 years, but she convinced us, and we're delighted to have American in Bloom continue to bring judges to our community to give us their expertise. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
The next award is the Heritage Preservation Award, sponsored by Meister Media Worldwide. They're not able to attend, but they ask that I read this on their behalf. Meister Media strongly believes in the revitalization, preservation, and beautification of our country's most historic locations. Meister feels it is important for our industry to celebrate what makes that place unique or different from the rest. And how does that community, historical society, or district communicate their history? How do they celebrate the past while outlining a vision for the future? It's all about valuing the past while making it relevant today. This award goes to the community that we feel best exemplifies these objectives. In honoring one, we hope many more will follow their lead. The top nominees for the Heritage Preservation Award are Catskill, New York, Lewis, Delaware, and Santa Paula, California. And the winner of the Meister Media Worldwide Outstanding Achievement Award for Heritage Preservation goes to Santa Paula, California.
Preservation in Santa Paula is a priority. The city prevents historic structures from being torn down, and agricultural land is preserved with the need of voter approval for new development of agricultural areas. For a town of this size, Santa Paula has an impressive number of museums. 4 museums feature the history of the area in agriculture, oil discovery, aviation, and an impressive art museum. The city has twice as many museums per capita than Gay Paris. Take that, Raymond.
Well, I am absolutely surprised. I mean, I just couldn't even believe that we won this. But I'm very proud of my city, and we try really, really hard to do what we can to keep everything preserved and well maintained. And like I said, I'm just kind of a little bit overwhelmed. I didn't expect this at all. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next award is the Floral Displays Award, sponsored by the Ball Horticultural Company. Here to present the award for Ball Horticultural is Dr. Marvin Miller. And while Marvin comes forward, I'll announce the nominees for the Floral Displays Outstanding Achievement Award. The top nominees are Castle Rock, Washington, Greendale, Indiana, and Holland, Michigan.
Good evening. The Ball Horticultural Company is a family-owned, third-generation, worldwide company that breeds, produces, and distributes mostly flower seed, liners, cuttings, and other things, mostly to greenhouse growers around the world. Anna Ball, our third-generation leader, is a firmly committed to America in Bloom. Actually, Ron invited her to the very first meeting in his greenhouse. And the day after, she was in my office and said, I have a project for you. But she was committed from the beginning and still is very, very committed to this idea. We sponsor America in Bloom here. We also sponsor in Canada, in England, and where we have facilities around the world, and they have an In Bloom effort, we are also engaged. So we firmly believe in the power of plants to change people's lives, and the power of those plants in changing lives, also the ability they have to change the communities of those residents, of those businesses, and of those cities themselves. So we're firmly committed in it, and on behalf of Anna Ball and all of our employees worldwide and in the United States, I am proud to announce that the winner of the Ball Horticultural Company Outstanding Achievement Award for Floral Displays goes to Holland, Michigan.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night.
You've all seen them.
They're coming. Totally ready to give it away. Congratulations. There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ryan.
You've all seen them. The floral displays in Holland, Michigan are by far wondrous to the eye. They display twice a year in April, May, and the spring, and of course, we're privileged to be here in the fall and see the beauty. But each season is unique and breathtaking in its own way. In the spring, there's almost 500,000 tulip bulbs representing 100 different varieties and colors that are spectacular and really a feast for the eyes and a feast for the senses. And those of you that have been to Holland in the Netherlands, this is probably the most outstanding place outside of that you could see a display without spending $3,000 or $4,000 to go to Holland. So the plantings brilliantly decorate the city parks, downtown Holland, and 6 miles of designated city neighborhoods, streets, and boulevard. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I don't think I can do this. Just thanks. Just come and see the flowers. I love putting them out there, and this is the reward for all that.
That's great.
All right, the next award is the Overall Impression Outstanding Achievement Award sponsored by the Blackmore Company. Here to present the award on behalf of Blackmore is David Steiner. While David comes forward, I'll announce the nominees for the Overall Impression Outstanding Achievement Award. The top nominees are Arroyo Grande, California, Saratoga, California, and Winter Park, Florida.
Good evening. Thank you for being here, and it's a privilege to represent Blackmore Company. We are a founding steward and supporting steward of American Bloom, and it's been our privilege to do that. Next year, Blackmore celebrates its 50th year in business, and it's thanks to all of you that we are able to make that celebration. And the award goes to the winner of the Blackmore Company Outstanding Achievement Award. Overall impression goes to Winter Park, Florida.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take away.
Winter Park prides itself on its clean lakes, heavy tree canopy throughout the city, Rollins College, and a downtown that has the touch of New England, all set in Central Florida. Winter Park is often considered the respite from the theme parks in the tourist areas. By the way, Winter Park purchased the rights to operate its own electric utility company and has made the undergrounding, that means below the soil level, of all power lines a top priority. Fantastic.
Well, as you all know, it takes a community to make this happen. And I can only thank all the volunteers, the city staff, and the city government in Winter Park for helping to make this happen. Thank you very much, American Bloom.
All right, the next award is the Urban Forestry Outstanding Achievement Award, sponsored by the J. Frank Schmidt Family Charitable Foundation. Unfortunately, they are not able to be here this evening. The J. Frank Schmidt and Son, along with their family's charitable foundation, have been longtime supporters of America in Bloom, particularly as a sponsor of this award, the Urban Forestry Outstanding Achievement Award. J. Frank Schmidt is a wholesale grower of shade, flowering, and specialty ornamental trees. They take pride in growing more than 500 varieties of trees and shrubs, and their products are sold to wholesale growers, garden centers, and landscape construction firms across the United States and Canada. And we thank them for their very generous support over the years for this award. The top nominees for the Urban Forestry Award are Belpre, Ohio, Fairhope, Alabama, and Washington, Missouri. And the winner of the J. Frank Schmidt Family Charitable Foundation Outstanding Achievement Award for Urban Forestry goes to Fairhope, Alabama.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
Fairhope loves its trees. The city employs 3 certified arborists and has been a designated Tree City USA for more than 30 years. City ordinances recognize the need for proper tree protection, gives flexibility to owners for tree preservation, provides a list of recommended understory and overstory trees for planting, and has a restitution table for those intentionally removing trees unlawfully. Additionally, Fairhope requires new business owners to leave at least 20% of their land maintained as green space, plant perimeter, and frontage areas.
Wow, it's great to be here. Last time we participated was in 2002. We have planted a few trees since then. Back then, I just became mayor. When I first started, I was the horticulturist that made us Tree City USA and been working hard ever since 1983. And when we work together in the community, if you protect your trees and make sure your environment is what it is supposed to be, you can accomplish a lot. So the ones that are still trying, just keep on pushing and tell those elected officials, you got to do it. Thank you.
Well,
Remember Thursday night we talked about the community champion nominees, and we talked about the mayor who said the flowers need to be watered today, the potholes filled tomorrow. That's him. So.
well, we said it before, and we do have to say it again. You know, you're all champions. And that's not just a phrase. Sincerely, everyone that enters American in Bloom is a champion. So thank you. Now, when you received your plaque on Thursday...
Wait, you're way ahead,
No,
sir.
what do you mean I'm ahead?
I'm on page 16, and the final Outstanding Achievement Award
Wait a minute.
for community...
You're 100% right. I'm on page 27. You know, did you take these papers, Laura, and shuffle them?
I did.
You did. I think you did that on purpose. Oh, you know what it was? It was...
Another glass of wine, what?
No. This is for the part you forgot, and I had to write in.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
go ahead.
well, we'll move on.
You may proceed.
Remember, this is being streamed. Hi, friends. All right. Hi, Mom. The final Outstanding Achievement Award is the Community Involvement Award, sponsored by the American Horticultural Society. Here to present the award is AHS President Emeritus Katie Moss Warner. While Katie comes forward, I'll announce the nominees for the Community Involvement Award. And they are Gallipolis, Ohio, Holliston, Massachusetts, and Ottawa, Illinois.
Hello again. I'm wearing another hat right now. I am the President Emeritus of the American Horticultural Society and very proud to be that. American Horticultural Society is proud to be the sponsor of this award. We believe so much in the power of volunteerism to really make a difference in a community. AHS is a membership organization. The American Horticultural Society is a membership organization dedicated to gardeners and gardening in America. Our mission, creating a nation of gardeners, a land of gardens. Members receive the American Gardener magazine every 2 months. It's a fabulous horticultural magazine. They are participants in the reciprocal admission program, which gives them free entrance into gardens, over 300 gardens in America, and many other benefits. As a special gift to each of you this evening for the important work you do as a community leader, as an AIB judge, as an AIB board member, as an AIB sponsor, as a friend, whatever you are in this room, each of you will receive a complimentary membership in the American Horticultural Society. And the winner of the American Horticultural Society Outstanding Achievement Award for Community Involvement goes to Ottawa, Illinois.
Now they see why I had to keep it quiet at the table. Volunteers is what Ottawa is all about. They not only pitch in to start and finish a project, but this is the beautiful part. Often they are there to maintain it. Perhaps this is because volunteers are so well recognized with 2 volunteer recognition events each and every year. Then there's a guidance and support they receive. The city has published a guide for volunteer gardeners that explains all of their responsibilities. The top volunteers are recognized and thanked by having their way paid to the AIB Symposium, and especially here at Holland, Michigan. Great. Thank you.
Well, I think what you see speaks for itself. This is just a fraction of the people we have working who all kind of share the vision. And we're talking about these events for volunteers. I'm entertaining at my house next Friday, and I'm way behind schedule. But they'll probably help volunteer get that act together for me. So thank you all very much.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done. All right, we're going to move on to the announcement of the population category winners. We will announce each of the communities in a particular population category and then announce the winner. When the winner is announced, everyone in attendance from that community is welcome to come to the stage, but in the interest of time, we ask that only one of you speak. Also, we will announce the judges for each category. We originally planned to have a photo booth area off to the side where the judges would meet you, but we are jam-packed in here because so many of you wanted to come tonight, so we're going to do photos on stage tonight. So judges, when we call you, please come on stage. All right, so when judges, we'll announce your names, you'll come on stage, and then the winning city will have their picture taken with the judges.
We love jam-packed. The first category to recognize this evening is the under 3,500 population category. The judges were Tony Ferrara, Susie Stratton, Leslie Pittenger, and Marlboro Packard. The communities in this population category are Castle Rock, Washington, Combined Locks, Wisconsin, Edmonton, Maryland, and Independence, Louisiana. Independence was a population category but are in a non-compete category this year, so they're not eligible for an award. But I'm sure they're going for it next year.
Before you announce the award, judges, you need to come on stage, please. Tony, Susie, Leslie, and Packard.
The winner of the under 3,500 population category for this year is Combined Locks, Wisconsin.
This is about the last thing I thought I was going to be doing when I came on this trip. I'm almost lost for words, and for me, the people that know me, that's a hard thing to happen. But Combined Locks has done a lot of good things over their time. I guess we didn't know about American Bloom. We found out about it. Now, especially the organization, the people, they're first class from top to bottom. It's been an eye-opening event for our village to be invited to come to such a great thing. I can guarantee that we are only going to get better and better. Our 100th anniversary is in 5 years, and we'll definitely be a lot better off by this organization. But we're so proud for Combined Locks and the state of Wisconsin that we got this award. Thank you, American Bloom. Thank you.
All right, the next category is the 3,500 to 6,000 population category. The judges were Linda Cromer and Melanie Riggs. So Linda and Melanie, come forward, please. All right, the communities in this population category are Bruton, Alabama, Catskill, New York, Lewisburg, West Virginia, and West Columbia, Texas. And the winner of the 3,500 to 6,000 population category is Lewisburg, West Virginia.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna
as in everybody's community, the amount of people it takes to perform well, to shine, and to really represent your community. It takes a huge amount of people. The volunteers, I'm particularly indebted to my wife's wonderful photos, indebted to Shannon Beatty, who has led our Lewisburg in Bloom program from the start. We had a wonderful time with the judges, and we appreciate all their comments, and we'll only get better. Thank you all.
As the suspense grows and we rise in the population categories, we're now to the 6,000 to 12,500 population category. The judges were Katie Moss-Warner and Karen Rendell. The communities, you guys can come up, of course. The communities in this population category are Belpre, Ohio, Morro Bay, California, Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, and Tarboro, North Carolina. And the winner of the 6,000 to 12,500 population category this year is Morro Bay, California.
So much. That's right.
Hi, I don't know what to say. This is such a great surprise. Okay, take two. The first thing that I should do is just express my admiration and my respect for the other towns in this category. We had our Meet the Judges event this morning, and Belpre, Ohio, and Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, and Tarboro, North Carolina are just doing amazing work, I feel like we have so much to learn from them, so we have nowhere to go but up from here. And what can I say? I mean, without volunteers, this doesn't happen. And we have a great group of dynamic folks. And after the first year, after kind of doing this, come if you want, if you don't feel like coming, just come when you feel like coming. We sat down and we talked about, the evaluative criteria. The world is our oyster. It's the beauty of this program. So anything that you're interested in doing, if we can make it fit into floral displays, landscaped areas, urban forestry, environmental efforts, heritage preservation, or overall impression, the world is our oyster. We can just go for it. And so we broke down into interest groups that way, and some remarkable projects have resulted from that. And some are short-term that'll be realized this year, and others are long-term that may not be realized for many years to come. But it's the beauty of the American Bloom program. It's a very strong and vibrant organization, and we look forward to being part of it in the future. Thank you.
Thank you guys. That was great. That was wonderful.
All right, the next category is the 12,500 to 16,000 population category. The judges that should come to the stage are Kristen Patagus, Diana Weiner, and Jack Klassen. All right, the communities in this population category are Holliston, Massachusetts, Marietta, Ohio, Warrenville, Illinois, and Woodhaven, Michigan. And the winner of the 12,500 to 16,000 population category is Holliston, Massachusetts. Congratulations, Bill.
Congratulations. That's great. I've never seen so many kisses. I love this. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. And I must ditto what others have said, and that is that we have an awesome committee. And some of them are here, and there's many more back at home. And it really takes an army to do something like this. So thank you very much.
Again, moving up. The next category is the 16,000 to 20,000 population category. The judges were Evelyn Alamini, Stephen Paticus, and Billy Butterfield. If they'll come up. The communities in this population category are Fairhope, Alabama, Fairview Park, Ohio, Madisonville, Kentucky, and Ottawa, Illinois. And the winner of the 16 to 20,000 population category is Fairhope, Alabama.
I feel good. So good.
Well, American Bloom, you're the greatest. But seriously, thank you for bringing so many communities together from all over this country, because that's what it's about. Because the better cities that are all here today are the ones that have to lead, because when we do the right things in our communities, your neighbors and your other cities around you are going to say, if they can do it, why can't we do it? And that's how we're going to grow to make this community even better. So I'd like to say thank you. I want to make sure my council, who's probably watching this live back in Fairhope, that thank them for supporting all the funding that we do. And Jennifer Fiddler, who took over after I became mayor and has carried on the torch for the last 15 years. Thank you, and let's have a great night.
All right, the next category is the 20,000 to 30,000 population category. The judges were Marlboro Packard and Lisa Netherland. Packard, you can come forward. There we go. All right, the communities in this population category are Calabasas, California, Hammond, Louisiana, Venice, Florida, and Winter Park, Florida. And the winner of the 20,000 to 30,000 population category is Venice, Florida.
That's exciting. Well, you know, this American Bloom is the inspiration that makes communities go. It just is the excitement. It's the fuel that energizes the community, and it's made such a difference. It amazes me. It cost $1,000 to do this, and $1,000 plus whatever cost. You know, he has rich taste, but you know, you get all of that donated, and so for a very small cost, you get such a huge reward. I think about how much my city council would pay for consultants to come in. $20,000, $30,000, they throw that kind of money around, you know, like nothing. And here we get this huge amount of expertise. It's just incredible. I don't understand at all why every city in the country isn't in this program. Thank you very much.
I sure hope those that are listening to this on stream got that last message, because that was terrific. The next category is a 30 to 40,000 population category. The judges were Jack Lawson, Meg Whitmer, and Evelyn Arlamini again. The cities are Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Santa Paula, California, Saratoga, California, and St. Charles, Illinois. The winner of the 30 to 40,000 population category is Saratoga, California.
I had really, this was, oh, picture. Ten years ago, I heard about this program through the grapevine. People just kind of told me our community is doing this. And I thought, we should do that in our community. And for 10 years, we talked about it, we thought about it, we had just so many volunteers. And then we decided to do it just on a fluke. And this has been absolutely fabulous here. Holland, Michigan is just beautiful. And this whole event, has been run so beautifully, and the people here are so special. They're just my kind of people, just the way. And I'd like to say hello to all our volunteers at home. They couldn't come this far, and they weren't really sure what this was about anyway. So anyway, hopefully we'll come next year. And I want to thank the judges, who everybody just raved about our judges. You were wonderful. And you were very inexpensive.
I'm a little worried I'm sensing a recurring theme with our judges. Diana Weiner, training next year needs to be a little different, okay? The board's going to look at our budget a little more, a little closer. All right, oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's move on to the over 40,000 population category. The judges were Alex Pearl and Barbara Vincenson, and while they come forward, we'll announce the communities that are in this population category. Henderson County, North Carolina, Lexington, Kentucky, and Rockford, Illinois. And the winner of the over 40,000 population category is Lexington, Kentucky.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night.
This is our second year. The first year, Katie Moss Warner told us, just get through it, learn the ropes, figure out what you're doing. And we've had a great second year, and this is icing on the cake. We say we're doing this for ourselves to improve our community. How can we make Lexington even more beautiful? And these judges have had confidence in us, and I can't wait to read their recommendations and see how we can go forward. And I thank American Bloom, I thank Holland, Michigan. We've learned a lot from you, and thank you so much.
Isabel, can you come here for a minute? Isabel, I'm going off script for a minute. Nobody has had more fun at this conference than you. I really have. I love it. Thank you.
Look at this. I wanted to nominate Isabel last year and didn't quite get around to it because we were still figuring out ourselves in year one. And one of my colleagues wrote a beautiful nomination. Isabel is truly the vice mayor for life, the first lady of all things Lexington, and the stormwater queen. In her years on the council, 12? 12. She first told the mayor at the time, right after she was on council, we need flowers downtown. And in the 4th district, which happens to be my district, we had bad stormwater flooding, and actually we had it all over town because we had a poor sewer system. And she approached, she went out at 1 in the morning and saw the flooding and talked to people in other districts, and finally, we're doing something about our sewers because we're under a consent decree from the EPA. She started McConnell Springs Park, which is the founding spring for Lexington where the settlers were. She's just done so many things. It's just wonderful. And she is our community champion. I just want you to know. And thank you all for welcoming her.
All right, it's time to announce the winners of our champions category. That's a new category this year. Communities that have won 3 population and/or outstanding achievement awards over the years earn the Circle of Champions designation. And for the first time, those in this elite Circle of Champions participated in the champions category. 9 cities are in the champions category this year, so we split them into small and mid-sized cities. We're going to start by recognizing the small champions category. The judges that should come forward are Bruce Riggs and Leslie Pittenger. And here to announce the winner is Pam Temko of Dosatron International. Dosatron, one of the most amazing companies I've ever gotten to know. I love everyone in that company. They've been a generous supporter of AIB over the years, and they're a sponsor of this new champions category. Pam, welcome, and I'm so glad you're here. So, I'll announce the winner, or excuse me, the participants in this category. Let's not get ahead of myself. All right. The communities in this category are Echo, Oregon, Gallipolis, Ohio, Greendale, Indiana, Lewis, Delaware, and McCall, Idaho.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is Pam Temko, and I'm here on behalf of my mother, Leila Kelly, and we are so excited to be part of this organization. I have to tell you that she comes back to the office and she'll tell me about different meetings she has about the organization, and I kind of smile and nod and say, okay, yeah, yes, okay. Well, tonight, I've seen it firsthand. I am absolutely inspired by the enthusiasm and the dedication of all of you here. So I am so excited that I was able to be here tonight. So anyway, going forward, I am pleased to announce the winner of the Champions category, Small Cities, sponsored by us, Dosatron International, and that would be Lewis, Delaware.
Wow, what an honor. We started in 2002. I think we got the lowest score ever given by judges that year. I guess we've come a long way, to win this category, to compete against the cities we competed against. They were wonderful towns. We learned a lot from them today. Wow, this is something. I hope we'll still be here. I hope I'll be here when I'm 90, just like Isabel, and still competing. And this is a wonderful program, and I hope American Bloom lives long years past my 90th year. This is a great program. I'm sure it will. Thank you so much.
That was the greatest line of the night.
All right, the final award to announce tonight is the Champions category, mid-sized cities. The judges were Bill Hahn and Ed Hooker. They can come forward, please. All right, while Ed makes his way to the stage, I'll let you know the communities in this population category. Arroyo Grande, California. Estes Park, Colorado. Holland, Michigan. and Washington, Missouri. And Pam gets the honor of announcing this winner.
All right, I'm back. So I didn't talk about our company because I was so excited to be up here, right? I'm like, yes! I get to talk, right? So just a quick brief on Dosatron. So we are we're a worldwide producer of water-driven fertilizer injectors. So what we do is we make fertilizing easy. So our blue pumps are all over the world, and they basically run and inject fertilizer and make all of the steps a little bit easier for all of you, hopefully, too. So again, tonight I am very, I'm excited, and I'm pleased to announce the Champions category for mid-sized cities, sponsored by us, and the winner is Holland, Michigan! Ah!
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. Hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air like I
Well, thank you very much. I can't deny that this is an extraordinary honor for us to receive this award in the year that we are hosting the symposium. So it's just overwhelming. We are very grateful. But what I really want to say, our reward this year was from having all of you here and hearing all of the great comments about our community. We feel as though we know it, but hearing it from you just really reaffirmed so much of what we feel and what we believe in. And I also want to say that this has just been such an inspiring week, and I want to thank all of you for setting the bar so high. We heard so many wonderful stories. We were just absolutely blown away today, meeting with the other communities in our category, hearing all of you speak. We have so much to aspire to, so much to learn, so much to work on together. So I hope that you feel as we do, and we're just going to continue to do that each and every year, and we're going to help make this country a great and beautiful place. Thank you.
Congratulations. You know, the flowers represent the city's bloom rating. You'll see on the placards there's a number of blooms. They range 1 to 5. And this is just a guide. It's a good guide to use each year to evaluate your own community progress in its community development and beautification efforts. They're subjective, but they're blooms. It gives you it's like Yelp for restaurants. X number of stars, but it's a good guide. And it's been such a great year for your communities and for American in Bloom, and we're continually working to improve the National Awards Program to make it easier for you and to find ways to celebrate your accomplishments. So I want to welcome to the podium now AIB board member, the head judge, and my good friend, Jack Clausen, to the stage to explain another way that we are recognizing excellence in AIB communities. Jack?
Wow. Good evening, everyone. I've been nervous for about 1 year because I was the one that said, why don't we have a champions category? And I had no idea how it would work. And I had a little pushback, people saying, oh, we're not ready for that. And we have a number of people who qualified for our Circle of Champions. And so I think from tonight, it seems like the champions category is working very well. So thank you, everyone. And thank you for your comments, especially about how you enjoyed speaking with the other really top-ranked communities around the country as you met with the judges today. Without really repeating it too much, I'll just say that back in 2012, we were wondering how we could acknowledge the communities that were multiple award winners. And when we say multiple award winners, we're talking about the awards that go back to the very beginning of America in Bloom in 2002, the Population Category Awards and the Outstanding Achievement Awards. And so we said, well, I wonder how many communities we have. This was back in 2012. That would qualify, and it turned out there were 11. And then last year, 3 more qualified. And so we have 1 more community that qualifies this year. Tonight, over half of the communities that are in the Circle of Champions are here. So what I would like to do is call these the names of the communities, have them stand up and remain standing. And if you would please hold your applause until I finish my list of 14 communities, okay? So here we go. I'll go fast, and please stand up when I say your name. And everyone from the community, stand up, please. Thank you. Arroyo Grande, California. Bexley, Ohio. Echo, Oregon. Estes Park, Colorado. Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Gallipolis, Ohio. Greendale, Indiana. Holland, Michigan. Lewis, Delaware, McCall, Idaho, Ocala, Florida, Tip City, and Washington, Missouri. And let's give a big hand for all the communities. This year we have 1 new member of the Circle of Champions. But before I proceed, why don't we have a good round of applause for Ron Pierre and Laura Kunkel and Charlie Hall, our MCs for the weekend. I'm the straight man here. I was told that was my job, so anyway. Well, as I said, we have 1 new member of the Circle of Champions, and this town is probably the most interesting member of the Circle. They participated in our very first year in 2002. They won their population category and they came up missing, but they have always considered themselves an America in Bloom community. And so this year, they decided to jump back in and pick up where they left off. So it is a great pleasure to welcome Fairhope, Alabama to the Circle of Champions.
Wow.
Hey.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're going to need a truck to take your stuff off.
I don't know a lot of you probably don't know, but when I first started with the city of Fairhope, there was this mayor who said we needed to turn our community into something we could all be proud of. And I said, you know, if I'm going to do it, I need to go somewhere that I can learn how to do it. And so I convinced him to send me down to Disney World. And there's a person down there by the name of Katie Moss-Werner that I listened to every word for a week, got up every day at 4 o'clock, go on the tour, and she gives you this big old notebook of everything you'd ever need to know. I took it back, and that's how we started Fairhope Magic in Fairhope. And Katie, thank you for all you did.
And congratulations to everyone.
We're going to take a little sidebar, and Holland Mayor Bob Vandevussi, please come forward.
Hasn't this been a great 3 days? Before we finish up, I just want to thank each and every community who's come here. I feel like we've had a great time together. We've learned from each other. And I hope that when you think of Holland, Michigan, you think of us fondly. I hope that you'll return because we have made good friends with every community here. Thank you so much for what you've brought to our community and what we have been able to learn from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, Charlie Hall, our president. Charlie, come on up. All right, Charlie's going to tell everyone about a recent memorial fund we established and how we're going to use those funds.
Thank you very much, Laura. It's my distinct privilege to announce this particular announcement. Back in the annual meeting of the board of directors in March, we established an ad hoc committee to determine how to best utilize the proceeds from the Diane Classen Memorial Fund, which was established after her untimely passing this year. Diane was one of the original AIB judges who judged over 100 cities and served on numerous AIB committees. The committee unanimously agreed the proceeds should be used to purchase signs for each participating community in American Bloom. So beginning this year, each and every community in American Bloom will receive a sign, such as this one, printed with your community's name on it, that size, and then beginning next year, each new community will receive such a sign. Isn't that awesome?
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack, for thinking of American Bloom and how we could best honor Diane's memory and her longtime commitment and her friendship and everything she's done for American Bloom. And so those signs are going to be sent to you in the next couple weeks to the main contact, so be watching for those. And I'd like to invite Katie Moss-Werner to come forward, and she's going to share a bit about tonight's very special honored guest.
Each banquet of the American Bloom Symposium, we have an honored guest. And this evening, our honored guest is Raymond Carrière. My French is really bad. He is our honored guest this evening. Raymond is the founding president of Communities in Bloom, the organization that not only manages the Communities in Bloom program in Canada, but also manages the International in Bloom program, where winning cities across the world compete. A number of our winning American Bloom cities have competed in the international competition. Any who win their population category are entitled to compete, and some have even won in their population category in the international competition. With a college degree in ornamental horticulture, a bachelor's in business administration, and a master's in public administration, Raymond has had a long career in public green space management, including the Ottawa, the Ottawa Development Corporation. He coached me on that 5 times. You should have spent more time with him. The National Capital Commission and the Ottawa Carleton Housing Authority, as well as for the Ville de Saint Laurent and the Ville de Kirkland. He is a strong believer in the value of green spaces and a passionate advocate of their benefits for society. In addition to his duties of managing the Communities in Bloom organization, he is vice chair on the board of directors and chairs the program committee. Raymond is also president of the community. I think that was a message. It was a message, Raymond. He was president of the, you've done too much. We've done too much.
We only paid for the place till 10:15.
Raymond is also president of the Communities in Bloom Foundation. Raymond is director of the Nutrients for Life Foundation and honorary member of the Association des Responsables d'Espaces Verts du Québec. I think that's Responsible Green Spaces of Quebec, and a member of the World Urban Parks. In 2001, Raymond offered to help American Bloom get its feet off the ground. He started us. He mentored us, trained our judges, judged with us, and participated in our symposia from that year to this. We are so grateful for his inspired leadership and for his great friendship over these many years. Recently, Raymond helped us to connect with the CN Railroad, and this wonderful grant program we now have for the communities along the CN Railroad route are a result of Raymond's effort, and we thank him, as well as, of course, the efforts of Edith Macra and Bill Hahn and Marvin Miller. But this evening, we honor Raymond Carrière. Raymond.
Raymond. I sent a text to my daughter saying you said hello. Fantastic.
Francophone at the end of the evening, a few words. You're taking a chance here. Merci beaucoup. This is an honor. When I was invited for tonight, first of all, what I appreciated the most, it's oftenly, I would love to come here every year. Oftenly, other duties prevent me from doing so. So it's an honor because, and a privilege because I'm coming to visit friends. As some of you also I've mentioned during the course of this evening and past ones, as with many Quebecers, some of our families in past generations lived, as a matter of fact, I have roots in Chicopee, Massachusetts. So, and we have a Jersey night next week in Kamloops. And everybody thinks I'm going to go there with a Montreal Canadiens, Habs hockey jersey. No, I'm going there with a Boston Bruins jersey. I do greatly appreciate this honor. I'll cherish it. We already have another recognition as was given to our organization a few years ago in my office. So as a matter of fact, this year will go right besides a picture when I went to my first games at the Boston Bruins a few years ago. I do appreciate the honor, but the honor also should be shared with a lot of people. You have a judge here from Communities in Bloom, Odette, who you've seen over the few years, who's judged all 21 years of Communities in Bloom. as with you, we've been doing this for a few years. Unfortunately, sometimes we lose some dear friends. Ted Blows passed away a few years ago, and he was very instrumental in mentoring also Communities in Bloom, American Bloom. And we've learned, like, since I'll say it in public so she won't be able to say no, Evelyn doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be helping at our training session next week. So thank you very much. Merci, Evelyn. If you agree, of course. I greatly appreciate...
We see how volunteer works in Canada.
Yeah, right on. Jack, I'm going to be quoting you oftenly and oftenly when you said that the judges of Communities in Bloom do not say do this, do that. Because I think the strength of our organization is sharing of knowledge. Here it is, here's what they do, here's what they do, here's what we learn, here's the expertise that we have. And I think what makes the strength of this program that you've developed is the fact that learning from each other, knowing that you don't have all the solutions, but at least you're working towards them. And with the support of organizations like American Heart, and Laura, I do want to thank you very much for all that you're doing. And I do want to please convey my appreciation to your whole organization for supporting. We wouldn't have been able to do Communities in Bloom without the support also of our sponsors. You've mentioned one of them. And it's so fantastic when we can work together. And another sponsor, and Mr. Miller, I don't see you because of the glare, but I know you're over there. If you could please convey our appreciation to Anna Ball and the whole Ball horticultural family, because if we have an international challenge, it's because of your support. So Marvin and all of Ball, merci beaucoup. And that's how I would like to conclude and let you all go celebrate, is the fact we do have an international challenge. So I wrote down all the names of the winners. So you're going to be getting letters of invitation. And, you know, there's people who talk about making things better. There's people that talk about all our environmental challenges. There's people who talk about what we should be doing and all that. But gee whiz, golly bee, you are doing it. You are doing it. So félicitations. Congratulations.
Carry this. This is yours. Stay right there. Don't go. Stay. Okay, just see. You want me to say it in French now? Hold on. Each year, for the past 5 years, we have given another special award. We've given the American Bloom Spirit Award that recognizes organizations whose missions and activities are consistent and complementary to the goals of American Bloom. Past Spirit Award winners include the National Garden Clubs, American Public Garden Association, the National Garden Bureau, and the American Horticultural Society. This year's American Bloom Spirit Award is awarded to Communities in Bloom. Not bad. 2 awards for Raymond. Thank you all and good evening.
All right, well, I can't believe another symposium is almost over, but things are already in high gear for next year. Can you believe it? Next year, wow. Mark your calendars, October 6th to the 8th, where America in Bloom is going to celebrate its 15th anniversary, and we're heading west. We're going to Arroyo Grande, California. I pointed that way, I have no idea. Is that west? We're going west. We're going East Coast at some point, okay? But we're going west next year. All right, please welcome from Arroyo Grande, their biggest cheerleader, Bob Lund.
Did not know I was going to be called up here tonight. But we're very excited to see all of you next year in Arroyo Grande. We've started preparations. We think we have a great program ready for you, and I think you'll be very excited to join us on the West Coast. Be prepared to come early or stay late, because you're going to find a lot of exciting things to do out there, including a lot of wine tasting.
Visit the historic village of Arroyo Grande and experience some of the best food, shops, and history in San Luis Obispo County. The village is what everyone's hometown was or should have been. A walk down Branch Street reveals shops and restaurants housed in historic buildings. Stroll through quaint antique shops, browse handcrafted jewelry, or simply enjoy the many clothing and home decor shops. Culinary treats await you. From homemade super premium ice cream and handmade fudge to specialty baked goods and fine wines, with restaurants ranging from casual to elegant, serving the finest pizza, deli sandwiches, burgers, barbecue, Mexican, and Italian cuisine. In addition to shopping, eating, and wine tasting, the village of Arroyo Grande also provides plenty of cultural exploration. Cross the last swinging bridge in California to find 6 historic properties operated by the South County Historical Society. Highlights include the completely restored one-room Santa Manuela schoolhouse that was built in 1901 and includes unique artifacts like student chairs, desks, chalkboards, maps, and books in their original setting. The Barn Museum houses a variety of artifacts that trace the economic history of the area. Included in the collection are agricultural artifacts, antique tractors, vintage printing equipment, and an antique fire engine. Heritage House Museum was built in the late 1800s and was once used as a sanatorium. Today, Heritage House is a museum filled with a collection of period clothing, photographs, and kitchen items. While the Oddfellows Hall is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and houses special rotating exhibits about local history. At the crossroads of the Oceano Dunes, the Edna Valley Wine Country, and Lopez Lake, Arroyo Grande is the perfect place to start your exploration. Plus, throughout the year, the village is host to many special events like the Saturday Farmers Market, the Strawberry Festival, and the Harvest Festival. For more information, visit www.arroyograndevillage.org.
All right, that's October 6th to the 8th, 2016. Thank you, Bob. We are really looking forward to going to Arroyo Grande next year. Has anyone been to the Central Coast of California? I mean, it's beautiful. Yeah, we're in for a real treat. And Arroyo Grande has some really innovative initiatives that we're going to be able to learn from. Very excited about next year's program. But before we turn our attention to next year, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on this year's symposium. And I'm going to take just a special moment, a personal moment that I think is special. And I'd like to thank the local Holland Symposium Committee. They've worked really, really hard, and you've seen that. They have worked really, really hard to make this an exceptional experience for everyone. There wasn't a detail they didn't think of. There wasn't an extra mile that they didn't go to make sure we had a great time. And it has been a pleasure. It has been an honor to work with and get to know each of these amazing people. Remember, there were 54 people that just had to do yesterday's walking tour. That's a lot of work. So, if the people in the local planning committee could please stand as I call their names, because they really deserve a moment of recognition for making this such a fantastic symposium. Nancy DeBoer, Shelley DeVries, Dana Colware, Wendy Link, Ann Salyers, Sarah Simmons, Jody Syens. There wasn't an I that wasn't dotted and a T that wasn't crossed because of Jody. Steve Zweep, the man who brought Holland to AIB. All right, Shelley and Steve. Steve brought Holland to AIB, and you brought AIB to Holland this year for the symposium. Thank you. And finally, the person that served as the point person to us at the national office, and that's a tough job. I've become very good friends with her, and I thank you. You are incredible to work with, and that is the amazing Linda Hart.
It's been a great symposium. But we do, Laura, have one award that's probably not an official award.
I wrote the script and I don't see anything here.
No, it's not there.
Okay.
But it is going to be an award. Because, you know, when we all enjoy the beautification in our communities and the flowers and the ambiance and the gardens, there's one thing that I know all of you enjoyed last night with it, and it's something you enjoyed tonight here, and that's the food. Doesn't food make? And the restaurants in this town of Holland are fantastic. So I went around because, you know, there's other organizations that want to see, you get some feedback. You know, everybody has their little national restaurant associations or Holland Restaurant Association. So we just walked around last night and, you know, we're poking our noses in these restaurants, looking at the menus and seeing who's there. And you know what? All the AIB people were sitting in all these different places, spending their money at these restaurants, and they were all having a good time. But I figured, you know, we don't have like a Mr. Congeniality or Mrs. Congeniality award. So we went around and did an unofficial survey, and we saw a lot of people having a good time, but one table stood out. So I want the 5 people that happened to dine at Butch's last night, and they know who they are, but I have never seen so much laughter, so much congeniality, so much discussion. It was just great to see that happening. And you know who they are, don't you, Frank? Yeah.
Frank
and I don't know what you guys
and Charlie
were.
and Michelle and Michelle.
Exactly. So I'd like those 5 to stand because I don't know what you guys had. I don't know who paid the bill. But this afternoon, we had to get a bottle of the really great Italian Prosecco so you could continue to enjoy that evening. So Laura, you have it right under there.
I do?
Yeah, I put it there.
I do.
Okay, open it up. But while she's opening that,
I
I
suddenly
know
got nervous. I haven't been nervous all night, and now I'm nervous.
there's more where that came from. I just didn't want to bring the
better do it.
case up here. But Frank, you usually are sitting at the bottom of the stage with your thumbs up or thumbs down. But very rarely do you get up here. So I want to, on behalf of everyone here, thank you for all you and Gail that you do. You guys are the behind-the-scenes people. Nowhere ever sees it. And you talk about the guys that started this. So these are the 2. Can somebody use his camera to take his picture? Yes, and when you're ready to dismiss them, go. I knew Charlie would be right up there. Thank you guys for all you do. Thank you. Thank you.
Isn't this one of the coolest logos you've ever seen?
It's
Frank created the logo. Thank you.
Now we want to wind up on a serious note. You know, there's many beautiful places, many beautiful gardens in the United States and around the world. And many of you have visited them and commented on them, and you can see books on them. But we all know gardens and spaces just don't happen. There's one thing you can't do. With all the industry and innovation that we have in our country and around the world, you can't automate gardening. You're out there and you use all of your senses, your sense that you have in your eyes, smells, the creation of space. And it takes all the human senses to create a sense of place. And you, all of you, have created a sense of place in your individual communities. And I think that's to be recognized and congratulated. Because every time we go to a city or have one of these symposiums, that's how you remember the city with the gardens and the cities and the people that you met. So we want to thank you all for being here tonight on behalf of the entire American in Bloom family. And I love that word, it is a family. Thank you for attending this year's American in Bloom's award ceremony and the educational symposium. And let's go from here and plant pride in even more communities around America. Thank you very much.